Now y'all, this I ain't even trying to be messy, girl. Cause see, that's not my job. I'm not messy like that. Okay, I'm a commentator. I'm not no blogger. People be calling me a blogger because it's a common thing to say, even though a blog is something you write and I do videos, but we gonna let the people carry. But I be feeling like there's a difference, just a little piece. And maybe it's not. And I know y'all gonna correct me anyway, because this is just how y'all is, okay? And it be y'all personal, so it's good. But I be feeling like bloggers are individuals that like to really break stories and like to be the first to provide you guys with like breaking news. I don't care about all this shit. Girl, the news can break, flip, crack the fuck up. I don't care what happens with the news. I'm just gonna share my thoughts about it. I'm a commentator about it, period. Right? But they're labeling this young lady as a blogger. Okay, her name is Milagro. I believe she goes by Milagro Grams. Girl, this is rough here, and we're speaking on Miss Megan the Stallion. Okay, Megan Pete. Make sure you guys are liking up the video. I don't want to get into the whole lawsuit for real, but I do want to skim it and get into a few things to find out what exactly she's suing this young lady for. Now, I do recall Milagro Grams from the time that Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez were in court, okay? I recall her giving a lot of updates and things on what was happening with the court case. I believe Academics was also giving some details as well. And they were the two that were more so leaning towards like Tory Lanez and stuff. Okay. Now, can I say, I always have to say this. You know what I'm saying? Can I say, honestly, Tory ass was going to jail anyway? I know people may not like that, but it's so, like, it's so true. Like, aside from Megan being shot, and by who? Tory was a convicted felon who was not supposed to be around guns. Okay. You being around it, you was finna go anyway. In some capacity, there was punishment. Now, you could have saved yourself by pleading guilty, but you didn't want to do that because you felt as though you didn't do it. I'm questioning what was his mind state at the time, because I'm now wondering, do you even recall? I don't know. Doesn't matter. He's locked up at this time. He's trying to, get an appeal. I believe that they agreed to hear an appeal or something like that. After I believe he may have gotten denied, so we'll see what's gonna happen or whatever. Some part of me is like, child, I'll hear about it when they say Tory free, but all this other stuff, it don't even goddamn matter. But anywho, so of course, Milagro has not been in favor of Miss Megan because of the Tory situation, okay? And then now, knowing that, she's a supporter of Nicki Minaj, which is nothing wrong with that, and knowing that there has been a rift with Megan and her, Milagro is on that head even more, okay? It's been alleged that she reshared an AI image of Megan engaging in some type of PORN situation, which actually ended up not being real. I never saw it on my platform. People said that she shared it. She's always been clear that she's never shared any of that. She talked about it or mentioned that it was going around, but she never shared it. I don't know. If she did, I'm sure somebody may have had a screenshot of it and got it to Megan. Megan's attorney said that they was going to be suing folks for the misinformation. Now, I don't know if there's anybody else that is going to be on, if there's anybody else that they're going to try to sue. Okay. I do question, and here's the thing. I'll be very honest, and I question whether Megan is going to, I'll say this, how much of Megan's lawsuit is she going to win? I will be honest and say that is a question. I'm not sure of everything she's suing her for, but I thought that I saw harassment, defamation, and misinformation. So when it comes to resharing things that are already out there, I don't know if she probably could get anything for that. I'm not sure, but I say that because for me, I be thinking about the National Enquirer and stuff, and I be like, I know you lying, okay? And I'm like, I can imagine how many lawsuits y'all got, and if they had so many, they probably wouldn't even be around to this day, okay? So when I think about that, where people get some of their stories from and reshare, I would think you would need to probably go to the source and then sue them. for even allowing the information to be out there for a person to spread or something like that. But I don't know, because the law may support that, but we don't know. Harassment, I can understand that. I do feel like on Twitter and, life in like real life and Twitter are not the same, I feel. But Twitter, the people definitely be on Megan head a lot. Like the girls who heads they be chewing on is Megan and Cardi's for sure. If they ain't on Cardi head, and right now I guess Cardi taking a break, she's been sick or something. They chewing Megan up, and she just recently dropped the project. Or actually, something is dropping tonight at 3 a.m. my time. I think her documentary. That's what it is. So they finna be eating her up, all while continuing to consume her content. I don't know why people that hate folks that much does that, but y'all gonna do that anyway because that's just how y'all is. Do what you want to do. But Milagro has participated in that. Okay. I don't know. She's participated in that, and it may have gotten her tied up. And here's the thing. In my opinion, I do feel like Megan still won at the end of the day, even if she does not win the lawsuit. And the reason I say that is because the fact that she made you go and hire an attorney and pull money out of your pocket that you were not expecting to do, she's already kind of won. Now, granted, for you, you would be glad and feel like, oh, yes, I'm glad I won this lawsuit. It was dismissed, whatever the case is. But she still made you pay on the front end if you don't got to pay on the back end. You see what I'm saying? So that's, it's a tough situation to be in. A bit embarrassing. I feel like this would be the third person. I believe it was Tasha K. I believe the young lady Nosy Ho. Who I thought hers was dismissed though. I thought her and Nikki settled it. And I don't think she owes Nikki anything. I thought Nikki just decided to be nice about it and it was just like, keep my name and my child name out your fucking mouth. Don't say nothing about us ever. Because I think Nikki even wanted the channel. But Tasha lost to Cardi. I think Nikki may have been nice and was like, I'm gonna let you have that a little bit. So she's able to maintain her channel, which is good for her. And okay, Nosy apologized. Okay, well that's good. Listen, I would have did the same thing if I was her. Like I will never be too good to apologize for something I may have, misspread, did inaccurately or any of that. The job is to, really entertain, not so much as, to hurt or harm. But I would have done the same thing, right? And then now you have Milagro. So we'll see. I think with Tasha's it was a bit different because of course she had the young lady on her platform, and with her that young lady being on her platform telling lies, like I think Tasha continued it and may have added to it. Okay, and I also don't think she had good attorneys at all. I don't think Tasha had good, and she knows that now, but I don't think she had good attorneys like they really did her in. So, child, yeah. That's what, and then here's the other thing too. A lot of people forget. Cardi sent Tasha more than one cease and desist. She didn't want to sue her at first. She was just like, yo, chill, retract. Tasha said, I'm not going to do that. So they gave you an option. You chose not to operate with that. Okay. All right. So I don't know if Megan is going to get off of the head of Milagro. I think she's going to stay on it because Milagro been on her ass for a minute. Okay. It's crazy. Aren't they both from Texas? Child. But let's see. They're saying for years. They're saying that Milagro acted and continues to act on the behalf of Tory Lanez as an online rumor mill, churning out falsehoods about Megan Thee Stallion to her tens of thousands of social media followers. Since Mr. Peterson's 2020 indictment for felony assault with a deadly weapon after shooting Miss Megan to his later conviction in December 2022 up through today. Okay, they're saying that Milagro performed Miss Megan's public bidding to denigrate, belittle, insult, and spread false statements about Megan on her social media platforms for no other reason than to bully, harass, and punish Megan for Tory's conviction and to tarnish her reputation, causing emotional distress. I feel like that's the part that Megan could potentially win on. Potentially. I don't. I'm pretty sure that Milagro doesn't at Megan when she does this. However, if a good 75% of your content is about Miss Pete and you consider yourself a blogger, but a good 75 to 85, 90, 95% of your content is about her. I don't know because I don't really keep up with her page a lot to know if she's always talking about Megan. But if so, and it has affected her, she could potentially win on that. Is what I'm assuming. That's an assumption. We don't know this to be facts. We're just all reading and giving our thoughts about it, right? So they go on to say the lengths to which Miss Milagro goes to harass Megan knows no bounds. For example, she has gone so far as to share a deep fake PORN video of Megan. In June 2024, Milagro encouraged her 27,000 followers on Twitter to view a post by Ben Bella, wow, that shared a doctored artificially created video of Megan doing sexual acts, okay? Now listen. Now, I don't know if she shared that unless y'all have screenshots and you already know the Stallions team, not Team Hottie, they gonna screenshot it down, period. However, I do believe it was encouraged. I do believe it was mentioned. You know what I'm saying? And let me not say that because I don't know that to be fact, but I do know she said something about it. I do know that. I don't know exactly what she said. I don't know if she encouraged people to go watch it, but even just bringing it up, people gonna go look for it, right? So, girl, this is crazy. I feel like they about been collecting data on her for a minute. Back when Twitter could see your likes. When you can go to a person's page and hit likes. So if they were able to see anything she liked in a negative way about Megan, accompanied with tweets that you've put out, I don't know, y'all. Child, the people said she did reshare it. And y'all saw it. I'm screaming. Girl, she gonna get her on that. And that's what I think. They're saying after defendant's conduct led to a firestorm of negative reactions from others, they're saying the defendant doubled down in a YouTube video on June 9th, 2023, claiming that Megan was a professional victim and denying any wrongdoing. But the defendant is wrong. Her conduct was an unlawful promotion of an altered sexual depiction and caused Megan severe emotional distress and reputational harm. This is messy here, girl. It's the emotional distress for me. Because I do feel like you can get emotionally distressed from, negative tweets and stuff. And they constantly coming at you and stuff from a particular person. It might give a piece of a bully. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they show up with in court. All right, they're saying in another instance on September 2nd, defendant Cooper accused Miss Megan of having a severe drinking problem who needs to spend more time in a relationship with herself and her therapist and maybe AA. The defendant has no personal relationship with Megan and had no basis to make such outlandish and false claims. Not a severe drinking problem. And need to spend more time with her in her relationship. Oh, damn, girl. Child. In yet another instance on July 30th of 2024, they're saying that the defendant went so far as to cast doubt on Megan's mental status, asking her followers if Megan has a guardian or not, and whether Megan has ever been deemed like legally retarded. Let me tell y'all something as to why I feel like she could potentially lose this lawsuit. And I don't know if y'all saw this video on TikTok. I'm going to see if I liked it. If I liked it, I'll make sure it's y'all. But basically, this attorney was talking about how he felt like he was defending a pimp against this woman that I think he may have had a child with. He abused her. He did all of this stuff to her. And her attorney was trying to submit a photo into evidence that showed her actual abuse, but the attorney didn't know how to submit the photo into evidence. And when I tell y'all, this man got emotional talking about the story because he said she's going to lose. I found it. She's going to lose this case. And the reason she's going to lose this is because she can't afford a good lawyer. And that could be an issue. If you can't afford a good lawyer going up against Alex Shapiro, it could be tough. It could be tough. You know what I'm saying? But you just never know. Okay? David and Goliath, honey. You just never know. But I do want to play this story real quick. Just so y'all could, check that out. Just a little piece. Since I brought it up, I'm just referencing. We gonna get back to it. I'm just referencing it. Let me go here. And let me go here. Okay, bet. There we go. All right. Let me put it up on the screen here. All right.
She's poor. That's why she's gonna lose. She's gonna lose because she's poor. And she can't afford. She's poor. That's why she's gonna lose. She's going to lose because she's poor and she can't afford a lawyer. And he's going to win because he can afford a lawyer that knows how to put a document into evidence.
Was there ever a particular case that you think about that broke your heart?
You're going to try to make me cry again, Stephen. This feels unfair.
What is the one case?
The one case that
broke your heart?
It was a case that I won that I should have lost. I represented a pimp. That's what he did for a living. He's in prison for a long, long time now. But at the time, he had very brutally abused a woman who he had children with. And the lawyer on the other side of the case, the lawyer who represented his co-parent, his victim, if you will, was very inexperienced. And a judge who was very impatient. The key piece of evidence they had was a photograph of this woman's face after my client had allegedly beat her up quite badly. And getting a photograph into evidence is very easy, but it requires a very specific phrasing. So what you say is, I'd like this to be marked for identification. You mark the photo, and then you hand it to the witness, or you hand it to the court officer who hands it to the witness, and you say, I'm showing you what's been marked as petitioner's 1 for identification. Do you recognize that? Yes. What do you recognize it to be? It's a photograph. Does that photograph fairly and accurately depict your face after he beat you up? Yes. Your Honor, I'd like it put into evidence. That's it. It's easy. For whatever reason, most likely lack of experience, opposing counsel, I guess, didn't know how to get a photograph into evidence. Now, normally in that situation, a judge will be helpful. But this judge was just not in the mood. And opposing counsel said, I'd like this to be marked. And then she said, could you hand it to the witness? And she said, what is that a photo of? So I did my job. I said, objection. She's asking about the contents of a document, not in evidence, which is my job. Judge said, sustained. So she said, okay, I'm sorry. Who took this photo? And she said, I don't know who took it. She says, okay, what is it a photo of? Stood up again, objection, asking about the contents of a document, not in evidence. And I could see opposing counsel getting flustered because she didn't know the words. And my internal dialogue at that moment was, just say it. Just get it right. Just say fairly and accurately depict. Just say it. I remember looking at the judge and thinking, like, you're letting this happen. You're letting this happen. Don't let this happen. Like, she's poor. She's poor. That's why she's going to lose. She's going to lose because she's poor. And she can't afford a lawyer. And he's going to win because he can afford a lawyer that knows how to put a document into evidence. And there's something really wrong about that. And the judge just let her drown. And she asked 3 or 4 more questions that were the wrong questions. And then she just said, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. And then she just sat down. And the case got dismissed.
And the case got dismissed. Yikes. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully she's able to afford somebody that may be able to put up a bit of a fight here. Okay. So we shall see. But let's get into more. I just wanted to play that because I think that sometimes they do be mattering, child. That's why someone be expensive like that. And maybe Tory should have got him or better got him one too, okay? But he had spent a lot of money and they just weren't good. But I think you was going to go anyway because you was a felon. But anywho, let's keep going. So they're saying the defendant low blows did not stop there. Defendant consistently resorted to name-calling Megan, categorizing her as an angry black woman and a lying asshole during her online live streams. Additionally, in or around June 29th, defendant tried to pull information on Megan's father in an attempt to publish private information about her family and cause damage to Megan's reputation. Girl, not you trying to put information on the lady father that's passed away in the ground? That's too much. What do you need this for? So Megan has repeatedly tried to stop Milagro misconduct and asked what it would take to stop being posted on her platforms. In response, the defendant provided the snide advice that Megan should just get over it or go away. Now they go on to say that Milagro also made numerous false statements about Megan regarding Tory and the trial. Defendants, what is this? I guess a conspiracy type relationship with what's this man's Mr. Peterson, Mr. Tory, Tory is troubling. I thought that he knew her. Does he not know her? I thought he knew Milagro. Maybe she's just a fan. I thought he knew her. Anywho, defendant asked.
Cassie.
Hold on one second.
Lover to death, naive.
What is this? Oh, I didn't know that was
Getting hot.
playing. Give me 1 second. Let's get that out of here because I was not playing that. Okay, let's get back. All right, so defendant acts as a paid surrogate used to say, not trying to call it okay, surrogate to spread his lies. All right, they're saying, for example, on October 27th, they're saying Milagro falsely claimed that the firearm Tory used to pop Megan was not produced during the trial because it was missing. That is not the case, they said. Okay, the firearm remains in the custody of the Los Angeles Police Department. All right, they go on to say Milagro could have easily verified this information, but instead chose to ignore it and spread lies about the integrity of the trial and related investigation. They go on to say Milagro spread the false rumor that Tory did not pop Megan even after a unanimous jury of his own peers decided otherwise. They go on to say that Milagro posted a video on her ex account directed at Megan and asked, "Can you even prove that you was popped?" The state did provide that fact, and Tory is currently serving a 10-year sentence for that. All right. In May of 2022, they're saying that Milagro posted an image of a Los Angeles Police Department report from Tory's arrest, stating that the first doctor to see Megan confirmed lacerations due to stepping on glass, not a firearm wound. However, the information from the police report was recorded before bullet fragments were discovered in Megan's feet during surgery, which completely debunked her post. Okay, this is Milagro's post. Okay, that did not stop bloggers from picking up on Milagro's post and continuing to spread false information. Okay, misinformation, false information. So they go, "Oh, girl, now they ain't got your tweets up here too." Good. They go on to say Milagro also attended the trial and live streamed her falsehoods during the hearings. All right, Milagro posts consistently spread misinformation challenging the stories of witnesses and their credibility while sharing their names online, amounting to witness intimidation. Ooh, now during the trial, they're saying that she posted the following tweets. Girl, I knew they had some tweets of you from 2022. They've been clocking you for a very long periodically time, talking about credible when we all sitting in there. Shut the fuck up. Kelsey spoke to prosecutors and told them one thing, but today says she lied. Kelsey says she never saw Tory pull a gun on Megan or pop her. All this case taught anyone was that your father, brother, cousin, or son could face over 20 years in prison without proper evidence, a botched investigation, and another likely suspect just because non-credible witnesses said you did something. And y'all slow asses cheering. Child. More recently, after posting about a lawsuit a former videographer filed against Megan in April of 2024 and Megan's motion to dismiss, all right, they're saying Milagro also falsely claimed that Megan was caught trying to deceive the courts again. Enough is enough, they say. Megan, a victim of violent crime and champion of women's rights to her millions of fans worldwide, will no longer stand for Milagro's campaign of harassment. She brings this complaint for damages and equitable relief to end Milagro's vendetta against her. Child, let me tell you, even if Megan decides to pull a Nicki Minaj and be like, haha, just kidding, girl, I'm not finna sue you, we could drop it. She still grabbed her by the balls and the cootie tois to back up off her. Okay? To back the hell up off her. That's what it's giving. So even if she tell you we gonna moonwalk out this situation, but I see you. She got her up off her, for sure. What else are they saying? Okay. It looks like she's trying to sue her for what, $75,000? This court has subject matter jurisdiction. They're saying because there is a complete diversity between the parties and the amount in controversy exceeds the sum of $75,000. Oh, she's trying to sue her for more than 75 racks. Oh my. Child, I don't know, y'all. Go to my likes. See, didn't I say something about the likes not too long ago? Is Megan Thee Stallion a professional victim? Child. And then got your screenshot. Girl, not they done sat up here and pay. Now see, either they done sat up here and paid for the friends only, or somebody else paying for it and they screenshot and send everything to Megan. Not Megan possibly got a Finsta. Well, see, hold on. Let me go back now. Because I don't think you can pay for the friends only. So somebody in your friends only is playing you out. And this is misinformation. So this ain't even... Okay, this is somebody else's post. It's not even Milagro's post. You just put go to my likes. And that's where people saw that she pretty much supported the image of Megan in that video. But girl, that not a post is deleted. Girl, this is crazy. This another video? Well, there's that. Okay? There's that. Girl, I may read it later. First of all, I'm hoping that Simone gets into this lawsuit. Okay? Shout out to girl, is that legal? Hopefully she gets into this lawsuit because she's an actual attorney, so that I can sit up there and watch her and see what she got to say about all of this and give her thoughts about it. Because I mean, you know, every time there's a lawsuit, it can go either way. So we don't know. It can go either way. It's up in the air. We don't know who's really going to win, how they're going to win, or what's what. But we'll see. But she on her head top, though. And I hate that. I hate that. And I do feel like most of the time, a person that is sued, typically, from what I've seen, well, out of those 3 bloggers, you know, what I'll say is, or I'll say content creators. I don't know how they label themselves. But out of those 3 content creators, I do believe that it's often met with, when you end up getting a lawsuit, from what I see, it seems like it's often met with like a consistent upload of something, whether it's a series of tweets, a series of videos or something. That's what okay. Instead of like a one-off or here or there or whatever, it's like it gives targeting a bit when you're constantly doing the same shit over and over, different videos, tweets, this, that, and the other. And then people get tired of it because they do feel targeted at that point. Right? And I'm sure that very topic brings hits to your channel of some fashion, you know, and the audience only grows and grows and grows and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then they become aware about it, and then now they on your ass. You know, it's a very unfortunate situation. I think it's a lot that, you know, Milagro can learn from this situation. The first thing she will learn is to back the hell up off Megan, because Megan know how to get her the hell up off her, and that's gonna be this lawsuit. The next thing would be, I feel like Cardi got it in her too to want to sue somebody else. Child, ain't no telling. So, you know, you have some pages that be out there doing similar things that Milagro has been noted in this lawsuit to do towards Megan, and they do that towards Cardi. So it's like, y'all better hope she don't do the deep dive investigation on y'all and get y'all the hell up out of here too. So, girl, it's giving crazy out here in these streets. But I just wanted to go through a few things with you guys very briefly. I hope you all enjoyed the live. If you've stayed all the way up until this point, that means that you enjoyed it, whether there were parts that you agreed with me or disagreed with me. Go ahead and support the channel by hitting that like button. Okay, don't forget to do that on your way out. All right, I thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Of course, I am Jami, that's me. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me. And you also can subscribe to the channel, please. Thank you so very kindly. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.